All right, Jesse on Fire, welcome back to the channel. More Colby and Masvidal talk. So I'm going to upload another video right now because I feel like I've talked so much about these guys that I need to, if I'm going to talk about them again, I'll upload another video to kind of sit next to it. But I think Colby has officially tipped his hand, right? So he's got his cards right here. He's like, this is what I'm thinking. This is what I'm thinking. And you're like, what are you thinking? He's like, well, just look at my cards. That's what I'm thinking. So he said, well, first of all, he said that Jorge has a rib injury, a broken rib or something, which... who knows, right? I don't know. I didn't hear the whole entire thing, but I would certainly question, be like, how do you know? How is it that you know about that? But maybe he has a rib injury, and maybe it was just like the most coincidental timing ever. Like right before, I said they're gonna pull Masvidal off 269, and then 2 days later he's like, ooh, my rib, and it's like just the craziest coincidence, which is totally possible. But who knows? It's neither here nor there. It doesn't really matter, because the part that's important is Colby said, I want to revive the Ultimate Fighter and then fight him for that BMF belt. Now, that is brilliant, okay? That is exactly what they should do, right? They should definitely 100% do it for the BMF belt. That's an absolute no-brainer. And that, in and of itself, it's like, honestly, it's actually totally ridiculous, because if you really think about it, it's like, okay, well, we're going to have Jorge and Nate Diaz as the headliners, like, they're headlining, nothing really on the line. Let's just make up a belt, man. Let's just call it the bad motherfucker belt, huh? Just call it the bad motherfucker belt, right? Okay, yeah. Like you mean like Pulp Fiction? Yeah, like Pulp Fiction. Wait, what do you mean like Pulp Fiction? You've never seen Pulp Fiction? I'm 27. You've never seen Pulp Fiction? How is this a Pulp Fiction thing? Give me my wallet out of that bag. Which one is it? The one that says bad motherfucker on it. So, for all you children that didn't know where that comes from, that's where it comes from, okay? And by the way, go see fucking Pulp Fiction if you've never seen it. For God's sake, that's inexcusable. Anyway, but yeah, so they just make it up. They literally just, poof, there's a BMF belt. And that was genius for that particular fight. And how well did that pay-per-view do? Now, I will tell you right now, for 100% sure, that event sells more pay-per-views if there's a BMF belt on the line. I will absolutely guarantee you that. I will guarantee you that. Now, it might not be 400,000 more, but it'll sell more because it's another story. There's something on the line, right? And who knows, by the end of this thing, these two guys might pass the BMF belt back and forth 2-3 times, You never know. See how they want to maximize earnings on this thing, right? And yeah, I mean, if they do the Ultimate Fighter, that would be awesome. I'll be very curious to see how that looks, with them in the same room all the time, because it's like, okay, you got one of two options. Either the beef is real or it's not. And either way, it's really interesting, on camera. If it's real, and they're seriously that mad at each other that they're going back and forth in the media for multiple years, yeah, they're super mad. They're going back and forth, and then now they have to like coexist. They've said a lot of shit about each other, right? So like if it's real, that should probably be pretty hard for them to be in the same room. It'd be really uncomfortable, right? It'd be very, very uncomfortable to be in the room all the time with a guy you actually have that much beef with. I'm trying to think if there's ever been a time on The Ultimate Fighter where you had two people that have really gone at each other like that for that long, and then they've done Ultimate Fighter, right? Because these guys said a lot of shit. And then you've also got the added weird twist where, if it's real, they used to be best friends. It's like, well, is there any chance that they might end up just kind of locking eyes at some point and be like, I remember why you were my best friend. And they're like, no, I need to stay angry. I hate you. I still need to hate you right now. So there's like a weird dynamic there if it's real. And then if it's not real, then we'll really get a good show. Then we'll get the best fucking show ever, okay? Let me just make that perfectly clear. You want the best show ever is if they are best friends and they're juking the world, and everybody except the people who watch my channel are totally unaware of it, right? Like, because then they can, so let me actually take this step back. Oh my God, Jesse always talks about himself. Well, this is pretty relevant in this case, okay? So Gabrielle and I got married on a reality show. I don't know if you guys knew that, but we did, okay? It's called Hitched or Ditched. You guys can look it up. You can look up Hitched or Ditched. Don't Hate the Player, I believe, is the name of that particular episode. You'll be able to see like clips from it. The reason they called it that was because they had us fill out a questionnaire at the beginning, like when we were just getting casted. It was like, and so one of the questions they asked was your number of sexual partners, which I answered honestly. And then they brought it, like when we did the show, they made that like an actual center focus of the thing. I mean, Gabrielle knew, she doesn't care. But they had her mom confront me with that number, okay? And so like the episode, Don't Hate the Player, this is definitely not a thing that I said. But anywho, so that, right? So when we shot the show, what they tried to do is they tried to make us mad, okay? Like they actually legitimately tried to get us to fight, including having her ex-boyfriend show up and pretend like he's still professing her love to him, right? Or to her. Okay, now we were never going to fight, okay? Gabrielle and I don't fight like that. And we sure as hell are not gonna fight over some shit that a fucking TV production crew was gonna try to do. And so on the first day, we literally were like, you guys, just tell us what you want us to do, okay? Like, we're not gonna fight. There's no scenario. Like, I know you guys think like you're used to fucking with people, like you guys are the production team and you guys get these people to fight these people with blah, blah, blah. Like, this shit's not gonna work, man, okay? Like, it's not gonna work with us. Just tell us what you want us to do. And they were like, it's gotta be real. We're like, well, you can either have a docile couple that's doing this thing from front to back, or you can tell us what you want us to do and we'll fake it and we'll make it fucking work. And they were like, and so they like let us into it. Like they were like, okay, in this scene, you know, maybe you confront her with blah, blah, blah. And after the first scene, I literally watched the two executive producers look at each other and go, you know, like they were like, oh, this is gonna work. Like they can juke this. Like they can act. And so Gabrielle and I, the entire thing is completely fake, like top to bottom, totally fake, which is probably one of the main reasons that anytime I see anything on TV where people are like, oh, that guy hates that guy, or this person hates blah, 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 I'm like, bullshit, okay? It's because I've been on the other side of the camera and we juked it completely. And everybody that I talked to afterwards that like saw it, like mostly our friends, because, you know, whatever, they would be like, dude, just tell me one thing then. Was that fight real? Because I pretended to like throw her ex-boyfriend, you know, like grab him, like threw him around, you know? It's fucking completely fake, obviously. And they're like, dude, was that shit real? I'm like, are you fucking serious, dude? You think that would have been the outcome if fucking her ex-boyfriend showed up at our like pre-wedding party and professed her love to him? I would have decapitated the guy. You like, of course this shit's not fucking real. Jesus. I'm insulted that you would even ask me if that was real. What do you think? I couldn't have fucking handled that guy better than that if it was real? Jesus, come on. But yeah, so the point is, we literally did exactly what they wanted us to do. Like we like, it was like a scripted movie. And our episode was 100 times better than anyone else's because they actually successfully made the other people mad. And but like it just came off all chaotic and weird, where ours was literally like a step-by-step movie because they just were like, okay, so in this one, you're gonna do blah, blah. So my point is, if these two are juking it, you're gonna get the best fucking season of The Ultimate Fighter ever. Fucking ever. Because they're gonna script it out and these two guys will be able to pull it off. It'll be amazing. And then all the dum-dums, you know, that just are like, oh yeah, of course, they were best friends. And then now they hate each other. Totally buying it. Yeah, of course. They are gonna be like, oh my God, the most heated grudge match of all time. And I'm gonna be like, these two are fucking geniuses. I'm gonna buy this pay-per-view 3 times. That's how I'm gonna vote for my, you know, like my satisfaction with this beef is me. I'm gonna buy this motherfucking pay-per-view on this TV, that TV, that. I'm gonna buy it fucking 5 times. Because these guys have killed it that hard. These guys crushed it so fucking hard. I'm buying this motherfucking pay-per-view 5 times. Good for them. Excellent execution. They had to do it over multiple years. Show them some love. Buy this thing a few times, you guys. Jeez, anybody who streams that fucking, that pay-per-view is a bad person. You know, they earned it. Unless, you know, you don't have the money or whatnot. So, all right, what? No, I don't condone anyone streaming. I was just saying, like, you know, if you're like legit totally fucking broke, like really completely broken, you really truly can't afford it, I'm sure there's a scenario where somebody, you know, needs the money more than they do. But it's neither here nor there. But yeah, doing it for the BMF is fucking brilliant. Anyway, that's what I've got. So I love you guys. And Dana, if you want me to stop talking about fake beefs, all you gotta do is put me on the payroll. I will sit in that room with you guys all day long and I will matchmake all day long. You can watch any of my other videos. You know, I predicted Masvidal was gonna get pulled from 269 because I knew why. You know, I have good ideas. I have a lot of really fucking good ideas. I'm pretty fun too, dude. A good addition to the team. And then you can get me to stop talking about fake beefs publicly. I'm just kidding. I don't even think it's fake. I think it's real. I do. I think it's real. I think it's real. So, anywho, love you guys. Peace.